Hello, welcome to Critical Joke Theory with your host, G.D. Fenderson, certified forensic humorist. Now with new joke technology. Hi, I'm G.D. Fenderson, certified forensic humorist at large, but I'm losing weight. Welcome to Critical Joke Theory, episode 68. Now with new joke technology and open caption for the humor impaired. American businesswoman Susan Wojcicki, former CEO of YouTube and former Google executive, died of lung cancer at the age of 56. Susan Wojcicki was considered the most important person in advertising. Rest in peace, Susan. If it weren't for Google, I would not have known that you lived or died. Juan Chichi Rodriguez, a Hall of Fame golfer whose antics on the greens and inspiring life story made him among the sport's most popular players during a long professional career, died at the age of 88 of undisclosed disease. We have to find a cure for undisclosed disease. Rodriguez said he learned to play golf by hitting tin cans with a guava stick and then found work as a caddy. He claimed he could shoot a 67 by the age of 12. When I was 12, I was shooting blanks, and at age 64. Rest in peace, Chi-Chi. Enjoy your last hole. Peter Marshall, the velvety-voiced host who presided over NBC's celebrity-filled game show, The Hollywood Squares, for 16 years, died at the age of 98. Marshall, an accomplished singer who also was a leading man on Broadway and one half of a popular comedy team with Tommy Noonan, being the other half, before embarking on his game show gig, died of kidney failure at his Encino home. Hollywood Squares made being homesick from school a learning experience. I learned so many innuendos from that show. Marshall wasn't really interested in a Hollywood Squares gig until he learned that if he didn't take the job, it would go to comedian Dan Rowan of Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In. Quote, I've only disliked two people in my life. Dan Rowan was one of them. Close quote. Peter Marshall said in a 2010 interview with the Archive of American Television. Rest in peace, Peter Marshall. I hope Dan Rowan isn't in heaven for your sake. Once the 2024 Democratic National Convention gets underway in Chicago next week, get ready. You're going to see live DNC footage everywhere you go online, with the possible exception of Pornhub and X-Hamster. This is not the RNC. Possible exception. Next week's convention, the DNC will be using more than 175 staffers whose work includes digital persuasion and mobilization and getting under Trump's skin. The Elon Musk interview with Donald Trump went off with all of the smoothness that we have come to expect from Elon Musk. Plagued with technical glitches that Musk blamed on hacks, shown here, the interview/impropaganda went on too long to be interesting and not long enough to be considered torture under U.S. law. Donald Trump blamed technical issues when explaining why his voice sounded strange and his words were slurred during his interview with Elon Musk. When asked what was going on, a Trump campaign spokesperson flat out denied there was any issue, telling the Daily Beast, must be your ears, unlike Trump's ear, which looks just fine. Speaking of hacks, the Trump campaign has been hacked and they do not want any of the stolen information leaked to the press, saying that such a leak would be election interference. Like Trump said in 2016 when the Clinton campaign was hacked, quote, Russia, if you should find Hillary's 30,000 missing emails, please return them immediately to the Clinton campaign. And WikiLeaks, shame on you. Shame. Close quote. In more hack news, Corey Hanzidowski has been reunited with Trump campaign because when sex offenders need a job, Trump gives them a hand. Not to beat a dead horse or a wounded campaign, Trump plans to sue the Department of Justice. Okay, Trump will not follow through on this threat. Every time he threatens to sue someone, he either backs out as soon as the discovery begins so he does not have to testify under oath, or he loses. Trump has already been fined close to $1 million for frivolous lawsuits. He's like the boy who cried wolf, except he just cries. Wolf. Ukraine now controls over 80 Russian settlements, including the town of Sutsa, since the launching its major incursion into the Kursk region last week, Ukrainian officials said on Thursday. Ukrainian troops have advanced more than 21 miles inside of Russia and are now in control of 82 settlements and approximately 444 square miles of territory in the Kursk region. General Ukrainian General Sursky reported on Thursday. This is the furthest that an invading army has been inside of Russia since Napoleon in the War of 1812, the other War of 1812, and Hitler in World War II. Putin responded, "See, I told you Ukraine was a threat, and Zelensky was a Nazi." Vice presidential candidates, Ohio Senator J.D. Team, sorry, my bad, J.D. Vance and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz have agreed to debate each other, with both men accepting CBS News' invite to host the event in New York City on October 1st. As part of the deal, Walz has agreed to not mock Vance's stance on not having a stance unless it's paid for by Peter Thiel, and Vance has to provide his own mascara coach. Jordan Childs has been stripped of her bronze medal. Though the USA Gymnastics vehemently appealed against the decision, there was in the end nothing to be done, and so the International Olympic Committee's decision to strip Childs of the bronze medal she won in the women's gymnastics floor final at the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris and awarded to Romanian gymnast Ana Barbusa stands. Jordan Childs expressed great gratitude for her fans and great hurt by the unjust decision of the IOC and disappointment in the racial slurs and attacks on her on social media. I too am disappointed but not surprised. Most of the racial slurs are coming from people who couldn't spell bronze if you spotted them the first five letters, let alone win one. I wish they would just be like the E and be silent. Conditions in Bermuda are expected to deteriorate Friday as Hurricane Ernesto creeps closer to the North Atlantic island and popular tourist destination. It's under a hurricane warning after leaving hundreds of thousands of people in the Caribbean without power earlier this week. They have been without political power since they were colonized. In its latest update at 5 a.m., Hurricane Ernesto has challenged Hurricane Debbie to a debate on the Weather Channel. This is the season for blowhards to debate. Details to follow. The Biden administration announced the results of their historic Medicare drug negotiations. Medicare's new power to negotiate drug prices will lead to an estimated $6 billion in savings for the federal government and $1.5 billion reduction in out-of-pocket costs for seniors when the lower prices take effect in 2026, and an increase of 100% of the 0% of the Republicans who supported the bill taking credit for the savings. These are the 10 medications and the discounts off the 2023 list price achieved through negotiations, according to HHS. Januvia, 79%. Novolog and Fiasp, 76%. Farxiga, 68%. Enbrel, 67%. Jardiance, 66%. Stelara, 66%. Xarelto, 62%. Eliquis, 56%. Entresto, 53%, and Bruvica, 38%. Missing from this list is ketamine, which some people are paying $2,000 for a $12 vial. Those prices could kill you long before you OD on it. And finally, an update in the death of Matthew Perry. He's still dead. However, 5 individuals have been charged in connection with the 2023 death of actor Matthew Perry, according to the United States Attorney's Office. The charges, announced Thursday morning at a news conference in Los Angeles, come after investigators say they uncovered an underground network of drug sellers and suppliers they allege are responsible for distributing the ketamine and potentially deadly drug that killed Perry. Of course, they all pled not guilty. Perry was being charged $2,000 for a $12 vial. I chose not to do drugs as a youth because of my choice. Now, I couldn't afford to do drugs if I wanted to. I'm GD Fenderson, certified forensic humorist, now with new joke technology. Thank you for watching Critical Joke Theory. If you enjoyed it, please like and share it. And please check out Done Way Past Funny on YouTube, Knob TV, and Spark TV. Also, watch the Church of Last Resort streaming live on Sundays on YouTube at 9 a.m. Eastern. Be safe out there and don't feed the crazies. Critical Joke Theory with your host, GD Fenderson, certified forensic humorist. Now with new joke technology.